Hey everyone! As you can see, I'm here on official Korean website of Elyon, and after a rebranding of the game from Ascent Infinite Realm to Elyon, it's time to check new updated informations regarding in-game gear, enchanting system and runes. I will put a link in the description below video so you can check this website later for yourself. So let's analyze together and let's see how good or bad are new in-game systems during this time while we wait for some official release date for the game. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to see more Elyon videos in the future. So, for all of you who never heard about Elyon before, here are some informations about this beautiful new upcoming MMORPG game. In April 2020, game as we know by name Ascent Infinite Realm have get full rebrand with a change of name to Elyon. But that was not the only change. One of the most important changes was a change from top targeting system to non-targeting combat system. The main focus of new non-targeting combat system is placed on customizing skills. Game have 2 factions, 5 classes and 4 different races. All informations regarding factions, races and classes you can check in one of my previous videos. On April 11, 2020, game went into closed beta testing in Korea and the gameplay we have seen on live streams was really amazing. Combat and in general game itself was looking very good and overall impressions were great. Now we all wait to hear some news regarding open beta testing in Korean and Thailand region. Game should be released in Western regions by Kakao Games after its Korean and Thailand release, but for now we still don't have any official release date. I am following all informations from Korea and the same moment I see some official release date for any region, you will hear about that here on my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's dive into video by checking what kind of gear for your character you will have in Elyon. First, I want to show you here this window where you will be able to see informations about your gear item. So here up, you will see on a position where is number 1, you will see what kind of grade, what kind of class you have in your armor is or your weapon, which kind of item you have. So there are 5 classes, 5 grades. There is general, advanced, rare, heroic and tradition class of gear. This part of the gear here is rare, it's blue, and this translation is now from Korean language to English language. It's pretty rough translation. Probably for official release of the game will have different names. However, it's important to understand that gear which we will have in Elyon, which will have your character, will have 5 different classes, 5 different grades, starting with general, and on the end it's the best is tradition. On number 2 here we have level of your item, a level of your gear. And how you get those levels? With enchanting gear, with enchantment stones. I will talk a little bit later about enchanting gear. There are different kinds of enchantment stones and the system itself is pretty interesting. But for now, let's say that here you will be able to see a level of item which you will have. On number 3, you can see enchantment slots. What are enchantment slots? Enchantment slots are actually telling you how many times you can try to enchant your gear with enchanting stones. So, if you have more enchantment slots, you will be able more time to try to enchant your gear. If you fail, then your enchantment slot is ruined. You will need to purify it again to be able to return it. But I will talk about that later in the video. On number 4, you can see different stats of your item, of your gear. So basically, if it's a weapon, you will probably see attack, damage, critical hit stats. If it's some kind of armor, you will see some defense stats. Different stats about your item which you have. You will see where is number 4. On number 5, you can see actually this is just telling you that you will be able to enchant your gear talking with NPCs, specific NPCs in the bases on Elyon maps. On number 6, yeah, this is now really important part of your gear, and these are slots for Rune Stones. What are rune stones? Rune stones are special stones which you will be able to equip inside your gear. By equipping rune stones, you will get higher level of your gear, and you will also get some points which you will use to unlock rune talents. I'll talk about that later. For now, it's important to understand that gear have 1 to 5 slots for these rune stones, and you can equip let's say a red stone into a red slot for that stone. You can equip also green rune stone into green slot. You cannot equip green rune stone into red rune slot. So colors has to be the same. On number 7, on the lower part here, you can see durability of your weapon. This is basically standard thing in most MMORPGs nowadays. When you use your weapon, you will damage it in time, and then of course you will need to repair it very easily. You will need to visit one of the NPCs in the bases on Elyon map. Let's go further, and here I want to show you gear which you will have on your character in Elyon. Gear will have 7 parts. You will have 2 weapons, primary and secondary weapon, and you will have 5 parts of armor. Pants, you will have gloves, shoes, top part, and helm. On the lower part of the screen, you can see rune talents and rune points. These are points which you get by equipping rune stones into rune slots. I will show you later details regarding that. And yeah, here we have Enchanting of Gear in Elyon. On this picture, obviously you're enchanting your gear part from +3 to +4, and you enchant your gear by using enchantment stones. There are 3 kinds of enchantment stones. There is a general, crafted one, and unsafe one. If you use general stone, you can go up by only 1 level, but basically if you fail, you still remain on the same level. So basically if you try from +3 to +4, if you fail, you still remain on +3. If you use craftable enchantment stone, you can go up by 2 levels. However, if you fail, you're going down by 1 level. So you're going from +3 to +2. And we have on the end unsafe enchantment stone. You can go even up by 3 levels. However, if you fail again, you will go down 1 level. So regarding enchantment, we will see how that system works in generally. And yeah, this is one of the features we can say basically in the most MMORPG games nowadays. Then let's check next thing here which we have, and we have here enchantment slots. So like I said before, the more enchantment slots you have, then you will have more chances, more actually tries to be able even to enchant your gear. And if you fail, you will need to restore your enchantment slot back. And how you will do that? By using Stone of Purification. Here is shown this process when you actually restore back your enchantment slot. And here we have this stone of purification. You will be able to get that stone of purification by crafting it at Alchemy Crafting House. We will still need to see some details regarding the crafting system in generally in Elyon, but this is for now all information which I could get. On the next picture, you can see one interesting part of the gear, and you can see here a little, little icon of a broken glass. What that means? That means that if you try to enchant this kind of gear, which have this icon of the broken glass, and if you fail, gear part will be destroyed. Yeah, this is kind of interesting, but don't worry, it's not that all gear is like that. This is just specific kind of the gear. And now we come here to the really important feature of Elyon, and that are rune stones. Here you can see different kind of rune stones. You can see they are divided by colors, and for example, a red rune stone usually is giving you more attack and damage. A green one is giving you some defense abilities. So you're putting these rune stones into your gear, into the slots for these rune stones. And like I said before, you can only put a red rune stone into red rune slot. You cannot put a red rune stone into green slot. It has to be the same, right? However, you have this one. This is special balanced rune stone. This one you can put in any slot. This is important to understand. So what are you actually getting when you're putting these rune stones inside your gear? You're getting higher level of your gear part, and also you're getting special points which you will use later to unlock special rune talents. What are rune talents? These are special skills, and we can say buffs, which will increase power of your character. How to get rune stones? Well, there are actually few ways to get them. First way is to go to Hall of Fame Training Center. You can get them there. And rune stones you can also get in field hunting on mobs using legacy system. And now let's talk about legacy system. This what you can see here on your screen is actually legacy system. We will see how actually it will be that finished version. However, what is legacy? A legacy is actually a special buff on dropping items from mobs you kill in special area, increasing your drop by 15%, 30%, and 50% maybe if you use this legacy system. So if you want to go to farm these rune stones, first you will need to use this legacy system to increase your drop rate. Because if you go to farm without legacy, yeah, you'll probably not get anything. And here we can see on this window how you actually using this legacy system to increase your drop rate by 15%, 30%, or 50%. And yeah, then you get these special rune stones. Here on the picture, which is really interesting here, I can show you, as you can see, we have a red rune stone into red rune slot, and also we have a purple rune stone in a purple slot, and we have balanced rune stone. It doesn't matter the color, you can put that rune stone in any slot you want. Let's talk about now about rune talents, and this is really important feature of the game. Here you can see one part of user interface where you can see rune points, and how you get these rune points. Okay, this is it. So this looks pretty complicated, yeah, but let's try to simplify this. I want to simplify this not only for you. I want to simplify this even for myself, because this looks pretty complicated. However, the system is pretty simple. So when you're equipping rune stones into your gear, the more rune stones you equip, the more rune points you get. And depending, do you have like 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 rune points, you are unlocking special rune talents. And these rune talents you can choose on the right side of the screen, for example. And when you use this, there are different kind of things. It can be buff, it can get you some special skill, depending on what kind of runes points did you use, of course. For example, if you have like 20 points in a red runes, you will be able to get some more attack and damage. If you have like 30 points in some green runes, then you will be able to unlock some rune talent, which is giving you some defense abilities. So with these runes, yeah, you can see rune system already is really important in this game. And depending how good your runes are and how many rune points you have, you will actually make your character much stronger. Your character will get special abilities, special buffs, and special additional skills. We still need to check details about this rune system. However, it's already now visible that it's very important system in this game. And yeah, this interface looking pretty complicated, but actually, yeah, probably when it will be translated, it wouldn't be so complicated. You can see different colors of rune stones, and below them you can see points which you gather, and on the right side you can see the skills or buffs which you can unlock rune talents. On the next screen here, you can see that actually by using some special rune stone powder and enchanted shards, you're able to even further magically enchant your item, and that way you're getting more points from your rune stones. This is interface is showing that. And here on this interface, yeah, this is also interesting feature of Elyon, is showing that, for example, if you're not happy with how many rune slots your gear part have, let's say it has 2 only rune slots, and you're not, let's say, happy with the colors of your rune slots, you can change that. How can you change that? When you need to find duplicate the same weapon or the same armor, and then it's not actually a fusion, you will sacrifice that other item to re-roll, we can say, rune slots. So it's here shown that you are getting 4 out of 2, you are getting 4 different rune slots, and obviously you can see here they are also in different color. So you will need to have duplicate weapon of armor, copy of that armor of weapon, and you will sacrifice it, it will be destroyed. But in that process you will get different kind of rune slots by number and by colors. So this is actually interesting feature. You don't, if you're not happy with your rune slots, yeah, you can obviously change that. And here on the end, we have just example of some materials which you can get if you disassemble your parts of the gear. So by destroying, by extraction of your gear parts, you'll get some special materials, and you will need that materials. Yeah, we can say this is basically one of a normal feature in many MMORPG games nowadays, and it's here also in Elyon. So guys, that's it for today's video. I wanted to show you a little bit some basic facts about enchanting gear, about gear itself, and about rune stones. As you can see, this rune system is pretty important in Elyon, and by using these runes and by gathering them, you can really improve your character further. Tell me in the comments below video what you think about these new features of Elyon, and how do you like this rune system and chanting system in general. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like it, subscribe to my channel to see more videos in the future. See you soon.